Welcome everyone. Keith Chiquin, Headmaster TASIS Portugal. Today we're talking about our timetable and the changes from last year to our new timetable.
We start in September, we end in July. We've got over 200 hours of instruction in math and language arts. It's a long school day, it's a long year. We want to make sure it's a balanced experience for the kids.
We're always looking to tweak our timetable to ensure the best learning outcomes for our students.
Every good school reviews timetables annually
Because their timetable is their academic plan in practice.
ensure that the student experience is as good as it can be.
Remember that anytime you include something in a timetable, you make a decision therefore not to include something else or to include less of something else.
While we wanted to keep all of the subjects that we offer, we knew that we needed to reduce the number of transitions in a school day for elementary and middle school students in particular.
That is, students moved too frequently from one class to the next. That did not allow them, in many cases, to engage fully in the learning activity. Or they had to truncate or cut short the activity and then revisit it perhaps the next
We
day.
focused on reducing the number of transitions in the day,
So we've decided to increase the length of our periods from 40 minutes to 1 hour.
also to decrease the amount of wait time that can often lead to behavioral issues.
We're also bound by the constraints of our timetable. For example, we start at 8:30 in the morning, we finish at 4 p.m., which makes it possibly the longest school day of any school I know. However, even with that amount of time, we don't feel we have enough, in some cases, to cover the entire curriculum for every student. Part of this is connected to our annual assessment testing, which we call MAP, Measures of Academic Progress.
In our first year of instruction, TASIS Portugal students scored above other international students in all subject areas.
Even though we're performing above the international standards in both reading and mathematics, we still have a ways to go for many of our students. We need to raise all students above the international average, and in fact, we want to raise our own average to the top of the heap.
And this requires a bit of reworking in our timetable.
And particularly what we consider our key literacies: reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and mathematics and numeracy. We spend hundreds of hours a year in those subjects. On average, close to 200 hours in mathematics and the same amount in language arts.
With our enrichment courses, we've added additional time for Portuguese, additional levels for Portuguese, and smaller rotations for our middle school arts electives.
A great deal of social emotional learning, which we have discovered students need after coming through or continuing to live in a global pandemic.
And allows our students to continue to have the breadth of experience that they get at TASIS with both academics and electives.
Courses like coding from pre-kindergarten all the way up through middle school, our robust music and violin program, drama and theater.
That the things that you can do at home as parents to help are to make sure that your students have good sleep, good nutrition, and exercise every day.
We could have had daily PE, but only at the expense of some of our academic subjects like math, language arts, Portuguese, science.
We can ensure you that at school, these kiddos are getting great nutrition and at least 30 minutes of outside activity every day.
Beyond regular PE, students are also encouraged to join a sport or a club after school, and most of our students do participate. And therefore, they're getting either physical activity every day through PE, physical activity every day through a sport or club, or, as we know and we witness every day, students running around on the playing fields and in the gymnasiums getting activity during their breaks and during their lunch blocks.
That this increase in both the offerings and the requirements will ensure that our students are healthy and active.
In closing, we give a lot of thought to our timetable. We take it very seriously. It is the largest use, obviously, of our human resources at the school, and it is what produces the student learning that we desire. We thank you for your support and your trust. This is what we do for a living, and we will continue to make changes as we see the need in future timetables to get the greatest learning out of every day of school.